Alright, so thank God, thank God, thank God in the mighty name of King Jesus. And yeah, I just try to turn myself in, like, you know, but just, really kind of in a way, long story short, these people lying. And I'm gonna have to go in this some and, have to tell some of the story, but they're lying. And like, I called the police and then, because I didn't want to bring them down here to the house. And I walked to the Miss Winters and I stood there for a minute, maybe almost an hour or so, because it's not that long walk up the street. It only takes me probably like 10 or 12 minutes to walk up there. And police never show up. Then I finally see a police riding down the street. I try to flag the police down, and I try to stop the police. He's like, "What you want?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm trying to turn myself in." Well, cause I was about to walk off, like walk and see if I found the police, and then the one just happened to ride down the street. He's like, I'm like, "Well, hey, you could just put my name in right quick," and he's like, "Oh," he's just like kind of refused to do it. And then he's like, "Hey, just keep walking up the street. The police precinct is right there." So I went to the police precinct and I told the people, "Hey, look, I'm trying to turn myself in." They tell me to sit down. Hey, I guess they put my name in the computer. They're like, "Hey, you don't have no warrant out on you." So what the dude is doing basically, and the lady down here, they're all trying to do evil against me, like for no reason, and they don't want to supervise me and see why they're not trying to lock me up because they know I've sent all this paperwork down there. So they're trying to make it like I'm not going to report because it's like really, dude. When I talked to him the other day, he's really like he didn't say turn yourself in. He just really like I already sent your paperwork down there to the judge, so you already know. You might as well just go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and turn yourself in. That's what you're saying. So, cause I had already told him if you put a warrant out on me, just let me know, and I just go and turn myself in. So he's like, you might as well go ahead. And then, so what they're trying to do really is trying to make me like end up just like not contacting him. So I'm looking at it as today. Um, you know, uh, well, when was that? That was I think that was Monday or Tuesday. That was Monday when I contacted him, and so from that day, that was the 19th. So from 30 days from that day, I have contact with him within those 30 days, and I'm just really about to try to work until those 30 days and something else. See, I already had a job. The people called me from the same temp service, and that I worked through, and they know I left the other job. They had already offer me another job. Like it's closer down here in McDonough, and it don't pay the same. It pay a little less, but I was fine with that. And then I had to call the lady when he says this about, hey, you might as well just go ahead, like really turn yourself in. And I had to tell the lady, hey, look, I'm not gonna be able to take the job. So I tried to call her back, but I haven't contacted her since. And the thing is, they're trying to make me like not report, so then they could try to justify the warrant. But I contacted the supervisor already. I already contacted his supervisor because I don't need him. He doesn't want to supervise me. That's what it is. And the lady down here in McDonough, she doesn't want to supervise me either. And they have no reason to do nothing what they're doing because what have I done? I haven't done anything. And the thing is, they're trying to get me into a state of not reporting so they can justify the reason for what they're doing. But I contacted the supervisor and they didn't answer, and I text them. And I'm going to continue to try to contact them, but I'm going to try to find a job, and I can't find no job. I'm finna try to contact the judge, and I just don't really want to spend money to go down there to Atlanta to the probation office, and there's gonna be too much money. It's gonna be like $70, almost probably like $80 to go down there and come back. Traveling with Uber, to go down there for some lie that they telling on me. So I'm trying to contact these people, and like so from now until I have maybe find a job. That's why I have one job. It's in the hole that I was supposed to get. Don't pay that much, but I know it's a job I can get, and I know right now what I'm going through with this whole thing. I could possibly end up at some point lose the job because or I might have to go to jail or something. It's going to have to something's going to so whatever job I get for the time it's not going to be permanent because once I make some money that I'm willing to spend to have some savings and go and travel with, then I just go down there and go down there to the probation office because they ain't got no warrant out on me. So what they're gonna say? And the thing is, he doesn't want to supervise me, and I'm gonna let them know too, cause he's lying. Like this is like this, you just continue. You just told me a lie, and yeah, you told me a lie, and a lie is a lie, and something else. And I looked up this, and some way, when you're on Cash App, like I was on Cash App this morning, and I just see like and I lived in the world, so and I'm not trying to boast about living in the world. I lived in the world, and I recognize what things in the world are. And you could put the picture on Cash App. And and his number, the probation officer's number is in my phone. and it's locked and it's saved in my phone. And then I was just scrolling down in Cash App, and like my contacts, or like it connects your contacts. And then I see his name Griffin, and guess what? It got like Navy Federal right there, and that's what people do. Like they put these posts up of these banks when they try to get you into these scams. Like, hey, I could get you, because I heard many people, hey, I could get you a Navy Federal account, and then I could get you maybe $5,000 or $10,000, and that's what people do. And I'm looking at that, and that's what went off in my head, man. You around here doing scams, and you around here telling lies on me. And I ain't gonna just say he doing it, but that's exactly what goes off in my head. And I lived in the world, and I know about that kind of stuff. And and that's what people do when they do that. They put those pictures up there, like got a debit card up there with a Navy Federal on there. You're trying to entice somebody with something, and I know exactly what you're trying to entice somebody with. And you're around here telling these lies on me, and but that I ain't finna even try to go nowhere and report him with that. That's on him, whatever he's doing. But he don't want to supervise me. He's trying to tell some lie to try to get me in trouble. And the thing is, I just gotta let God work it out for me, cause the lady down here, she's like refusing to supervise me. Why they're refusing to supervise me? What am I doing for them to refuse to supervise me? And that's not what they're saying. They're not just going to say, hey, I don't want to supervise him. They're just trying to make up some lie. And that's why, like, oh, no, you ain't got no warrant out on you, so then I can't report. Then they know I'm down here in Stockbridge. And, I'm not willing to take my money and go down there and go spend that much money. Then I would need to be able to travel back and forth to work. I'm not willing to do that. And, because just say I go down there, then they make up something, just switch my probation officer again, and then that's money I spent, I need to travel with to go to work. And then instead of me being able to keep the job, I'm still going to be in the same situation. I'm going to have to leave the job again, because traveling is expensive. So I'm thinking about this too, just trying to go down here to this Miss Winters down here, just go ahead and maybe work down there for a couple of months till I could just save up some money and, get me a car. And then I'll be able to travel and, get a better job. So I might just do that, but I'm going to have to do something. And, so thank God, thank God, thank God. And I'll be at prayer marathon tonight. I won't miss that. And, it's just this whole thing, like these people just lying just because they don't want to supervise me. And, yeah, I try to turn myself in. And police, then, it's crazy. Police don't answer the call. Yeah, how you call the police and they don't even answer the call? Then after maybe an hour and something, I try to flag down the police that's just riding down the street. He refuses to even really just like even say anything to me. These people are supposed to be to protect and serve, and they're supposed to be to help you, and they're supposed to be like not just so much to speak hand and foot, but if you're trying to stop them and get their attention and you need their assistance, that's what they're there for, right? How are you refusing me assistance? And you're going to refer me somewhere, you just go down there. It's crazy. Like, I don't want to get on that stuff. Just thank God, and let God figure it out, because these people trying to figure out how to use confusion and try to make it seem like I'm doing something. But one thing I know, I made contact with him on Monday, so I got up into a month before they can say that I didn't make no contact. And before that time comes, I'm going to end up, hey, if I had to take my money and, because I'm going to have to buy me some more food, because I just ran out of food the other day. Well, yesterday, really. I don't even buy nothing but noodles and rice and stuff, really, just be real. And I might buy me some onions. I like onions. And and so I'm gonna hey, just go ahead and go down there. If I don't get no job and ain't nothing going for me, even if I do get a job within a month's time, I'm going down there and I'm making some contact. You're not about to tell no lie on me and say I'm not trying to report and I'm not doing this and that. Now when you just like, I already tried to turn myself in. I keep telling y'all people everything. And now you're trying to make up something like, now you're going to try to get me or try to use confusion to get me into some type of running or some type of, so you could say I didn't report. So I know I got within a month. You can't say I didn't make contact. I got proof that I made contact with you this month, and you told me some lie. Because you lied on me. You said, I already sent your paperwork back to the judge. You got a warrant out on you. He was about to say that. He said that last time I went down there when I was telling you, he's like, well, let me turn this computer around you. Well, I was just about to take a warrant out on you. I was just sending your paperwork back to the judge. You finna have a warrant out on you. He just said that. So that's what he's saying with that. So you just told me you had a warrant out on me, and now you're telling me a lie because I just went down there to the police precinct and ain't no warrant. And now, so it's no need in me calling him back no more and arguing with him. That's just like on a job with a dude. It's no need in me telling him, hey, look, man, you dead wrong and this and that. It's no need in me doing none of that. Ain't no need in me calling him and arguing with him. I call his supervisor. I'm gonna see if they contact me. I'm gonna keep trying to contact them. Then before the month ends, I'm gonna find some type of way. Ain't no need in me calling no police no more. I'm gonna have to get down there to Atlanta, and I'm going down there to the probation office in some type of way I'm gonna get down there, I'm getting down there. Alright, so just thank God in the mighty name of King Jesus. Thank God, the best thing of all, I better make it a prayer marathon. I'm finna try to work on a video. Thank God in the mighty name of King Jesus.